Hello. I haven't been doing any videos for ages, and there was a time when I was doing a lot more than, and when I was first doing them, it was as part of a course that I was doing, and I found it really helpful to share, and I love sharing, so I'm going to share a bit about my RIFE journey, the RIFE machines. So about a month ago, I got my first RIFE machine from Spooky 2. Spooky 2 is a company that makes RIFE machines, and they seem to be a really good company. They've good, and fair prices and stuff. So yeah, I got it about a month ago. I got the GX, Spooky 2 GX, which is like two frequency generating machines in one. And then I also got 3 of the smaller ones, the Generator XMs. I got them second hand by looking online. And yeah, it's quite a learning curve. There's a lot to learn, there's a lot to be discovered, there's a lot to play with, there's a lot to experiment with, there's a lot to find out, there's a lot to study, there's a lot to dive deeply into. And yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. But I want to share a bit about my journey using the RIFE, and also like some of the thoughts and the ponderings and the things that come up in me about that and the energetics of that, and how it may be impacting my life journey and ascension and light body and all of these, whatever it is that comes through. It would have been good if I'd started doing it right in the beginning, because now I'm going to have to look back. But yeah, I sussed out pretty quickly I'd need probably more than one machine, because there's multiple things going on with my system and my health, which I'm not going to go into labelling all of that right now. I just don't want to. But yeah, my health and kind of battling with my health and well-being has been a long journey for me. And I'd say kind of starting with becoming insulin type 1 diabetic when I was 20, but prior to that as well. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that's gone on again, but no labels right now. It's all about frequencies. Frequencies. And yeah, so I got the first machine, and I wanted to know what to do, and I got this amazing big book, RIFE frequency book, that's like a big A4 book with loads of really small writing in it, and just lists and lists and lists of every kind of ailment that you can imagine on all levels of being, but also like remedies and solutions and stuff. And I studied that, and so I was highlighting all these things that I reckon are things that need to be frequencied. And yeah, and I was thinking, shit, how am I gonna get all of these? How am I gonna get all of this? Get a machine to like work on all of this? Because there's so much stuff. But what I've been learning through reading the user guide and a lot of the conversations that I had in the Spooky 2 group on Facebook, which is like probably the best reason for me going into Facebook, is to go and find these threads and these chats and these talks, because so many things are covered, so, and there's some people that really know what they're talking about, sharing some really brilliant information and guidance. So I kind of sussed out so far, it's still early days, but yeah, the best way to find out what your body needs is to do a scan of your body and to let the frequency machine pick up on the hits that it's picking up as it scans your body, and then making yourself a frequency treatment out of those hits, those frequencies that need to be targeted, and then allowing the frequency generator machine to do that targeted treatment on yourself, and then just repeat that. What's great about the generators is with Spooky 2, I don't know about other companies, but with this one it has a remote aspect to it, quantum entanglement aspect to it, which I really like and resonate with, having come from a 2-decade journey of energy medicine healing. I understand like the distance healing and the remote healing is often more powerful than hands-on. So you can take off a bit of your nail clipping, which contains your DNA in keratin and silicon. It's like in there. You take that and you put that in the remote box, and you can do all sorts of stuff with that. But to do the biofeedback scan, I've been using the TENS pads stuck on my body, particularly in an area that I'm having a lot of jip with. One on the left, one on the right. Set it to do a frequency scan, and then it scans particularly what's going on in that very focused area, picking up on which frequencies. Let's just not name it. Let's just not say dis-ease or ailments or pathogens or parasites or blah, 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 blah. They're all frequencies. Which energies are coming up as woo red flags, needing help to be dissolutioned, disrupted, disappear, dissolve, transmuted. And yeah, and then like I said, it picks up those results, and then you can then make a treatment from those results, and I get the treatment physically into my body through these TENS pads as well, and which is like half an hour. And then for the rest of the day, 24/7, I put the nail clipping in the remote box, and I set the same program, the same frequency hits that have come up, and I create a treatment and send it through the frequency generator machine that's sending these frequency hit treatments into the DNA, which is then through quantum entanglement working on the DNA within me, doing the healing 24/7. So that's really cool. So I have one machine doing the 24/7 background biofeedback scan frequency treatment on all of the hits that come up. I have another machine that's set 24/7 doing a whole detox plan to help my body eliminate and release the death free floating frequencies that need to be excreted out of the body as a result of the pathogens being killed off, the die off in the body. It needs to flush out. And then I have another machine that's doing like a 24/7 daily wellness thing that's just doing all sorts of stuff with the body and minerals and vitamins and all sorts of energies, which is something that's pre-programmed in the Spooky software. And then I've got the other two machines which I'm playing with a bit. So yeah, but I noticed when you first get the RIFE machine, you need to do an 11-day frequency detox on your body, and I had quite a few days of being totally horizontal and wiped out and in bed. But that isn't unusual for me because of the state of my health and well-being, or just being this starseed. It's the pussycat coming. Meow. Light worker on planet Earth in these times. You get a lot of wipeout. Yeah, a lot of wipeout from that. And then there's this been trying to figure it out and just getting used to it, and what quite am I doing, and working out which machine's what and how to do these processes. It's just kind of been a bit of a case of that. But there has been a journey in between all of that of learning about how to do imprinting with a RIFE machine. So again, using this remote aspect through quantum entanglement. No, it's not through quantum entanglement, the imprinting. It's using holographic materials, stickers and discs and sequins and things that are small enough to put in this box as a space like about the size of a 10p. That you can put these holographic materials in there and charge those holographic materials to be able to hold the frequencies that you're programming in, and then use those stickers to for example, you might charge it with Schumann resonance, which is really good for breaking up and protecting against EMF stuff and 5G stuff. So you could put them on all of your devices, or just pop them around the home, or put them on your vessels where you drink from, or on your body. Or you could do pain patches, or anything like that, and stick them on parts of the body that you're wanting help with. There's so many things you can do with it. That's been a whole other unfolding exploration as well. And last night I had a whole new experience with it. So I've been getting this very swollen body. My physical body, this physical ascension that I'm now going through, have been for the last, say, 3 years. It's very physicalized now. It's been very uncomfortable through the body, and a lot of what's happening, thank goodness for Lisa Transcendence Brown. If you've not checked her out, she's not been active the last couple of years, but so many brilliant talks she has on YouTube. She's really helped me in my journey to understand like what's going on with the mental, emotional and physical bodies, and the amount of epic sleep that's needed to awaken, and but also how she talks about this swollen belly. And I've been getting a lot of that, and like all these issues with food, and I've been doing detoxes and cleanses, and my whole body's just changing. Can't cope with a lot of the foods that I used to eat, yet I can't quite find the right foods for me to eat. And being type 1 diabetic is pretty challenging, I can't just be willy-nilly with it, so I have to so one thing I've been experiencing is this really painful, very, very, very swollen entire belly due to other things that are going on in my temple as well. And so last night I put the TENS pads right on my solar plexus. I mean, this is like a key area, isn't it? Solar plex. Ooh, that's where everything gets in. Me being type 1 diabetic, that's where my pancreas is. That's where you get slammed by, you need to really look after the solar plexus. I put these TENS pads on it, and I just put in a program that's already programmed into the software for bloated abdomen, like distended stomach, like swollen stomach. And I was like, okay. And you know, I've been doing these biofeedbacks with the TENS pads, and I've been doing treatments with the TEN pads just in the same place on my lower abdomen, not really experiencing anything, like every now and then a little zingy zappy thing. But this on the solar plexus, whoa. And you can watch the video screen, you can see all the frequencies that it's going through. It will spend like however long, usually 3 minutes per frequency. I think I shortened it, I did it half time, so 1.5 minutes for each frequency. And you can feel the different frequencies. Hello baby, you're a frequency holder. Move. Oh, very fidgety. Go on, baby. Yay. She's after something. You want to get up there? Oh, baby. Yeah, there you are. She likes the iPad. She's seen things on it that she wants to grab. You can feel the frequencies, and it's like really like how it causes the muscles and organs and everything to be reacting and moving about and like clenching, contracting, and then expanding, and they're all like different rhythms. Each frequency, it jumps from one to another, and on this there's like many, there's like, I think it's like 1,800,000 frequency or something, I don't know, that there is. But whoa, it was intense. That was quite an experience. It was like a load of like strong little masseuse hands going into the solar plexus and like pummeling, like doing this massage like on an energetic frequency level right in the solar plexus. And it was like kind of uncomfortable, but also really like, oh, just felt amazing to have those energies going deep into this area of the body. And I did feel some relief afterwards. So now I've discovered that you can actually like really feel the frequencies, because I haven't been feeling it. Now I'm like, oh wow, I'm gonna try that again. I can do that again. And yeah, so I've been doing the biofeedback scans and the treatments maybe for a couple of weeks now. And I've just had, I think, more than a week. I mean, I say it like I was like totally in action, and then I've gone down and I've had like a whole week in bed. But no, I've been pretty out of action, not with much energy for a long time. That's usually quite often how I feel a lot of the time, with my body working so hard to deal with everything that's going on with it. Hence why I've got these RIFE machines to support me, to assist all of that. But yeah, I've been really wiped out the last week. But also, I know that's not just a RIFE machine thing, it's not just my health thing, it's like it's what's going on collectively on the planet. You know, there's so much light and new information and energy coming in from the cosmos, and it takes a lot of energy to bring it into the body and to hold it into the body. And my way of taking all of that in is that my soul just says, go to bed. There's no escape. It's like, lay down, done. And I'm going to take away your ability to think, create, do, plot, plan, go, move, anything. I'm just going to take out the motherboard, and you're just going to be in a state of blank, and I'm going to upgrade your motherboard and put it back in when the timing is right, which isn't necessarily your timing. And so I get a lot of that. So I've had that, but it's horrible, because when you go into these like these deep slumps, which happen to me often, a lot, there's all the emotional stuff that comes with it, and so there's a massive amount of faith and surrender to these processes. But I also wonder a little bit if I've been affected by all of the frequencies and the detoxing with the frequencies and my whole body, just like my whole system just getting ready to work with this powerful technology. There's also been something in me, and I wonder if any of you watching this or listening to this that use a RIFE machine, if you've wondered similar things. But you know, I've been watching like videos about Dr. Royal Raymond Rife and these amazing microscopes that he made. He was the first dude to be able to witness in real time pathogens through these amazing lenses, and there's like film clips of like you can see a pathogen getting zapped by a frequency, and it kind of like implodes and turns itself inside out. 1 minute it's like a contained being with a membrane, and the next minute it's been burst open and it's like dead, and it's releasing its like deadness into your body at a physiological level, but also at an energetic, pathogenic level. And like I've been really deeply pondering on just the process of that, like what is locked in on an energetic level, an ancestral level, a DNA level, a programming level, a conditioned level, just an unhealthy, imbalanced level. What is programmed into the core beingness of these pathogens that cause our diseases? What is in there that when it gets zapped and annihilated and like turned inside out, and it's no longer holding that, it's dying, it's pooping it out, it's excreting it into your system for your whole body to cleanse it out. But what is one on a deeply energetic level, if you're sensitive to that, what is one experiencing and feeling? Because for me it felt like I've been really tuned into that, and just like grief, sadness, death, just this like awareness. There's some awareness of that. Yeah, so I'd really like to know if anyone else has any awarenesses like that. But yeah, so this morning I've had 2 hours on my RIFE machine. I had an hour with all these biofeedback scans, because I'm doing it a little bit deeper than just the normal one, playing with the waveforms and the angles and the currents and stuff a bit, so that there's more pathogenic spectrum within those hits that have been picked up to be zapped, which takes a little bit more time, so it's like an hour. And then I've made up a program for myself with what I just think is some of the things that are going on in my body, and including like hormonal imbalances and how to normalize the estrogen production in my body, and supporting the lymphs and all of this stuff. I gave myself like a on the body contact blast of those frequencies. So my job now is to be just drinking loads of water, keep running the detox program on the RIFE, drink lots of water, and continue and see what happens. Listen to my body and know when or if I need a break, or if I need to stop. So that's my first report on my rifings, and hopefully I'm going to share more and see what I discover. And yeah, but I've tried to capture as much as I can for this initial one, so hope it's maybe helpful or useful or interesting in any kind of way, as long as it helps at least one other person other than myself. It's worth it. Bye.